listen to me. I'm gonna get off the phone right now, and I am gonna let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what, no matter what nobody said. Let's just, here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
Now Netflix just sent a message louder than a bad boy ad lib. You suing us? Cool, let's go. Because what kind of move is that right now? He really thought dropping a $1 billion lawsuit on Netflix was going to shake the room, but instead, Netflix grabbed the whole table, flipped it clean over, and basically said, "Sir, we're not even stressed about this." This is not the early 2000s anymore. This is the streaming era, and Netflix is built different. This company eats lawsuits for breakfast and keeps it moving. Today, we're breaking down how Netflix fired back, why that response is straight lethal, and what this means for an empire that's already showing serious cracks. So yeah, grab your popcorn, because this situation is getting real messy real fast. Now, let's be honest for a second. This lawsuit was never about justice. This was a last-ditch move from someone watching their public image slide downhill in real time. Diddy's legal team claims Netflix defamed him, pushed fake narratives, damaged his legacy, and cherry-picked witnesses. Bottom line, they're saying the documentary did him wrong. But here's where the story falls apart. That documentary didn't create the accusations. The accusations created the documentary. Netflix just lined everything up in one place and let the world hit play, like a true crime binge session. Suing Netflix over that is like getting mad at a mirror because you don't like what's staring back at you. And Netflix clapped back instantly. It felt locked and loaded. Their message was simple. Everything aired was sourced. Everything shown already existed. And none of this started with us. They told the court the footage is real, the interviews are real, the documents are real, and these allegations were out there years before Netflix ever hit record. They even hinted that this lawsuit looks more like punishment for not shielding him than anything else. You can't sue someone just because the world learned more than you wanted them to ever know. And here's the wildest part. Netflix basically said Diddy's lawsuit only proved why the documentary mattered in the first place. That's corporate talk for thanks for the free promotion. And trust, this is where Netflix starts moving real strategic, way behind closed doors. Sources say Netflix is sitting on unused footage, unused interviews, extended testimony, and internal conversations that never made the final cut. Stuff they didn't even need to use the first time. Now, you might be wondering why that matters so much. Simple. If Diddy keeps pushing this lawsuit forward, Netflix can legally bring out more material to protect their position. Now picture this. You sue someone, and their response is, "Cool, let's show even more of what you don't want seen." That's the situation right now. Netflix is not bluffing at all. They're lining this up like bonus DLC content, ready to drop if needed. Diddy threw the first punch. Netflix is fully prepared to throw the last one. And no, they're not just here to argue. They understand the court of public opinion runs everything. By standing firm, they're sending two clear messages. 1, we are not afraid. 2, we have every receipt ready. Netflix handles lawsuits non-stop. They've been sued by royalty, governments, celebrities, and even entire nations. One music mogul is not a serious threat. At best, he's a small obstacle. They're almost daring him to keep going. That's how confident they are that the documentary is rock solid. Netflix is using Diddy's own lawsuit to boost their credibility. That's chess, not checkers. Diddy came in with emotional energy instead of strategy. Now let's address the obvious truth. Diddy suing Netflix makes him look cornered. He didn't sue the people making the allegations. He didn't sue major news outlets. He didn't even sue public figures who openly mocked him. Instead, he sued the platform that organized the claims too cleanly for him to dodge. That's like committing a crime and then suing the news for covering it. The lawsuit makes him look more suspicious, not less. People who are confident don't attack documentaries built on documented evidence. This feels like reputation life support, and the response is fading. And instead of backing away, Netflix is reportedly planning to push the documentary even further worldwide. More ad spending, heavier social media pushes, non-stop press runs, and maybe even a follow-up installment. A lawsuit usually slows companies down, but Netflix did the opposite. They sped all the way up. They treated that billion-dollar threat like a light tap and kept moving. What was meant to shut them down turned into a brand new marketing lane.
I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath. like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like 150 hugs.
Even the person who hates this documentary the most can't stop talking about it. All that noise is pulling in more viewers just to see what the fuss is about. That's marketing brilliance in real time. The lawsuit was supposed to scare Netflix, but instead Netflix turned the pressure into content. It was meant to protect Diddy, but it exposed more weak spots. It was meant to regain control, yet Netflix showed exactly who's running the board. Diddy is going up against a billion-dollar streaming giant while his reputation looks fragile. Meanwhile, Netflix looks locked in for round 2, round 3, and maybe a bonus episode after that. This story is far from finished. And based on Netflix's confidence, Diddy may regret filing that lawsuit in the first place. Here's what people aren't discussing enough. Hollywood is quietly choosing sides, and Diddy is not the favorite pick. Streaming platforms talk, executives talk, lawyers talk even more, and right now, Netflix standing firm sends a message across the entire industry. If he sues one platform, others could be next. That has studios, networks, and production companies watching closely. If Netflix loses, everyone becomes exposed. But if Netflix wins, the message is loud and clear. Diddy no longer holds power, only noise. And the industry loves watching a giant fall, as long as they don't fall with him. Let's be completely real. This lawsuit might be the biggest public image mistake Diddy has made so far. Regular people, everyday viewers, the ones scrolling non-stop, think in simple terms. Innocent people don't go after documentaries. Guilty-looking people try to silence them. Fair or unfair, that perception sticks, and perception controls the narrative. Now let's keep it 1,000. Diddy filing this lawsuit might be the biggest PR misstep he's made yet, because regular people, your viewers, my viewers, the folks scrolling TikTok, they think in simple terms. Innocent people don't sue documentaries. Guilty people try to silence them. Whether it's fair or not doesn't matter. It's all about the perception, and perception runs the internet. Now, the comments under every Netflix post are ruthless. People are saying he's suing Netflix because he couldn't sue accusers. He's fighting the wrong enemy. Why so mad? The footage was already out there. Now, this lawsuit didn't clean his name up. It dragged it further through the mud. Now, the ripple effect is real. Diddy tried to hide something, and now everyone wants to see it even more. Now, let's talk about the experts. Every legal analyst breaking this down is saying the same exact thing. Diddy's case is extremely flimsy. Netflix didn't create allegations, ever. They compiled them. Public figures have a higher burden of proof. Most of the accusations pre-existed the documentary, meaning they just used the footage. He's the one who recorded it. He's the one shown doing questionable behavior on film. Truth is also a defense. Opinions, interviews, and allegations aren't defamation unless proven false and intentionally misleading, fully, on purpose. Now, some people may say that 50 purposely put out that content. I can understand that perspective, but if he hadn't recorded himself doing those strange things and saying that wild stuff, 50 wouldn't have a leg to stand on. He still has to prove Netflix knew the info was false and shared it anyway, publicly, anywhere, ever, period. Now, seriously, there. Netflix, on the other hand, only has to show they relied on public documents, interviews, and existing reports. And guess what? All of this is easy for Netflix to present in court. Emails, timestamps, research, legal vetting, notes, systems. Diddy can't match. His lawsuit feels more like a PR move dressed up as a legal strategy, not justice at all. Period. Point. And here's where it really gets uncomfortable, because once the lawsuit dust settles, the damage doesn't magically disappear. The internet never forgets, and this story is now baked into the algorithm forever. Every search, every clip, every comment section keeps dragging it back up. Netflix didn't just release a documentary, they dropped a permanent digital footprint. Now think about it. Every time Diddy's name trends, this lawsuit comes up right next to it. Not music, not business wins, not legacy moments. It's controversy, court filings, and that documentary thumbnail staring people right in the face. That's not accidental. That's how modern media works. And here's the part that hurts the most. Netflix doesn't even have to say anything else. Silence from them still looks like confidence. Meanwhile, every move Diddy makes feels reactive. Interviews look defensive, statements feel forced, and the more he talks, the more attention pulls back to the same. This is where reputation damage becomes irreversible. Brands notice, business partners notice, investors notice. Nobody wants to be attached to uncertainty, especially when a streaming giant is standing firm and not blinking. Netflix looks stable. Diddy looks volatile. That contrast matters more than any legal argument. And let's be clear, this isn't about guilt or innocence in a courtroom. This is about optics in public. Netflix understands optics better than anyone. They let the audience decide, and the audience already made up its mind. That's why this lawsuit feels like a lose-lose situation. If he drops it, people say he folded. If he pushes forward, more information comes out. Either way, the spotlight stays on him. Netflix loses nothing. They already won the attention war. At this point, Netflix isn't chasing a victory. They're letting the process play out while the public conversation keeps doing the work for them. And every day this drags on, the documentary gains more relevance, more clicks, and more power. So yeah, this isn't just a legal fight, it's a long-term image battle. And right now, Netflix is playing the long game while Diddy is stuck reacting to every move. That's the real danger. Now let's ask the real question. What happens if Netflix beats this lawsuit in public view? Simple. Diddy loses way more than money. Whatever control he thought he had is gone. The ability to pressure platforms, the leverage to scare off future documentaries, the myth that he's untouchable. All of that disappears fast. And the worst part for his legacy? A Netflix win opens the floodgates. Hulu, Max, Amazon, Tubi, and even independent creators will feel bold enough to tell their own versions of the story. Because if Netflix wins, the industry learns one clear lesson. You don't have to be afraid anymore. And that loss of fear hits harder than any courtroom ruling. That's what really damages the legacy. Not the lawsuit itself, not Netflix. It's the moment people stop backing down. Once fear is gone, the truth comes out louder than anything you can file in court. Now I want to hear from you. How do you feel about Netflix standing firm and basically saying, oh, you want to sue us? Cool, we might drop even more content. Is that confidence or is that next level petty? Either way, this situation is wild. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like this video, share it with someone who's been following this story, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what comes next. This story is still developing, and trust, we're staying on it. If you want more content right now, click on the screen and keep watching. Subscribe to this channel for non-stop updates, and check out clips on my other channel, The Lionel B. Show. You can also listen on the go on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all major podcast platforms. Stay locked in, more heat is coming, and you don't want to miss the next drop.